Hey there, Yazdi here from Boulder, Colorado, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to handle resistance while you're making an approach or inviting a prospect. I've come to the conclusion, based on some of the best training that I've gotten from my primary company, that it's best to not handle the objection, but rather circumvent it and focus on what's important, which is setting the appointment. Let me explain. I used to be the type of person that when someone gave me an objection, I would try to, figure out the best, most cunning, most, slick way to answer their objection and, kind of as comebacks. Now, while that helped me in terms of how I felt about myself and my ego, it didn't help me get the results I wanted. You see, you don't want to butt heads with people. Instead, you want to be able to help them see what you see. And instead of playing this game of ping pong where, I'm right, and they say, no, I'm right, it doesn't really help. So let me explain that I use one technique for every single objection that I get when I'm trying to set an appointment on the phone. And I'll give you an example. I'll tell you exactly what I say. So let's say that I'm prospecting my friend Bob, and I do my approach. Hey Bob, I came across a business idea that made a whole lot of sense to me. I'd like to share it with you, see if it makes sense to you the way it did to me. How soon can we get together? This evening or tomorrow morning? Which works better? And I do the approach, and he says, oh, is this one of those MLM pyramid things? Now, I have a different situation with my company because we're actually not an MLM company, but what I'd actually do a similar thing. I'd actually say something like, you know what, Bob, it's not, but I'll tell you what, I'll let you be the judge. Okay, notice how all of a sudden I switched it around and I'm not focusing on the objection and answering it. I'm turning it around and putting the focus on Bob. So Bob, I'll let you be the judge. I'll tell you what, let me buy you a cup of coffee. It'll take half an hour. I'll show you my business. And hey, if you have any concerns after that, don't do it. Fair enough? But who knows? I think you'll benefit from it. And at the very least, you might know someone who would be perfect for me to talk to. Okay? Let's say that Bob says, oh, I don't have any time. I'm so busy. Hey, Bob, no big deal to me. I'll tell you what. I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Take half an hour. I'll show you what I got. And hey, if after you see my presentation you think you wouldn't have time to do this, that's perfectly fine. Don't do it. Okay? Fair enough? I think it'll be educational for you at the very least. And who knows? Maybe you think of someone who'd be perfect for me to talk to. Let's say that Bob says, oh, I've tried a lot of things and they don't work. I just can't seem to make money. It just doesn't seem to be for me. You know what, Bob? No big deal. Let's get together for a cup of coffee. I'll show you my business. And hey, if you think that this is similar to what you've done before and it won't work for you, fair enough. Don't do it. But I think it'll be educational. I'm excited to share some information with you. And at the very least, you might think of someone who'd be perfect for me to talk to. You get the point? This is the phrase I use for every single objection. It's very simple. It's very liberating. And the beautiful thing is, no matter what they say, you are armed with what to say so you can actually set the appointment, which is the important thing. And so what you're really doing is you're telling the person, hey, it's okay if you say no. You're giving them that out, but after you see what you're saying no to. So hey, I hope this is liberating to you. I know that I struggled a lot with different objections that people would give me or the resistance I would have to handle while I'd set an appointment. Use this technique and let me know how it works for you. Hey, if you got value from this, do me a favor, leave a comment, hit that like button. It makes me feel good. Share this information. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who've been struggling with what to do to set a proper appointment. Again, remember, whatever appointment objection you have or whatever resistance you have, just use that simple technique. Hey, you know what? It's no big deal to me. Let me show you my business. It'll take us half an hour. And if you think, or if you have any concerns or whatever they said, if you don't have time, if you don't, think this is for you, no big deal. Don't do it. Fair enough? But I'm excited. I'd like to show you what I'm working on. And who knows, at the very least, you might think of someone who'd be perfect for me to talk to. God bless. I hope you use that phrase with a lot of success like it's been for me. And I'll see you setting more appointments and moving your business forward. Take care. This is Yazdi from Boulder, Colorado.